2025 Toyota 4Runner Trailhunter, quality capability upgrades from the factory. New factory upfitted 2025 Toyota 4Runner Trailhunter model has the hardware for real off-road adventures. Here's what we know so far. Just like we saw with the 2024 Tacoma, Toyota is all in on factory-fitted off-road and overland hardware upgrades. Toyota now offers a turnkey solution with a manufacturer-developed overland rig straight from the factory in the 2025 4Runner Trailhunter. Not only does this new mid-sized SUV look the part, but it also has quality parts upgrades and additions that should make it impressively capable of real adventure. Let's dive into what we know so far about the 6th generation 2025 Toyota 4Runner in Trailhunter guys. 2025 4Runner Trailhunter specs. Powertrain, iForce Max 2.4L turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid, 326 HP, 465 pound-foot. Dimensions, 112.2 wheelbase, 194.9 L/77.8 W/70.8 H. Ground clearance, likely, 9.2. Tires/wheels, 3.3, 265/70 R18, Toyo Open Country A/T tires on 1.8 wheels. Traction, selectable 4WD, A-Track, Auto LSD, electronic rear locking diff, stabilizer bar disconnect mechanism, multi-terrain select, downhill assist control, crawl control. Angles, likely 32-degree approach and 24-degree departure. Safety, Safety Sense 3.0. Key, Smart Key System W/push button start, optional digital key, with subscription. Screens, 12.3 digital gauge cluster and 1.4 infotainment touchscreen. Included features, OHM 2.5 forged shocks W/rear external piggyback remote reservoirs, ARB roof rack, raised air intake, rock rails, steel skid plates, auxiliary switch panel, multi-terrain monitor, 2.0 LED light bar, rigid LED fog lamps, 2,400 WA/C inverter. Available, Fall 2024, US market. Fuel economy, TBD. Pricing, TBD. 4Runner Trailhunter off-road hardware. They, almost, 33-inch, 265/70 R18, all-terrain tires on the 2025 4Runner Trailhunter and TRD Pro are the largest ever on offer from the factory on a 4Runner. They are specifically Toyo Open Country A/T tires wrapped around unique Toyota Trailhunter 18-inch bronze wheels. Custom Trailhunter suspension includes Old Man Emu, OHM, 2.5-inch forged shocks with rear external piggyback remote reservoirs. The suspension and bigger tires combine for an additional 2 inches of lift in the front and 1.5 inches in the rear, over the non-off-road 4Runner trims. Also a first for 4Runner is a stabilizer bar disconnect mechanism. At the touch of a button on the center console, you can disconnect the front sway bar, which allows for increased suspension articulation. This is a very handy feature when the trail gets rough and finding traction gets hard. Speaking of traction, the Trailhunter comes standard with 4WD and an electronically controlled 2-speed transfer case with high/low range. Also standard are A-Track, active traction control, an automatic limited slip differential, Auto LSD, in the rear axle, and a selectable electronic locking rear differential. Yes, not only does the Trailhunter come with a sway bar disconnect, but it also comes with a rear e-locker. That is some serious off-road hardware to come standard from the factory. Also standard are tube-style rock rails and steel skid plates. 4Runner sizing. As with nearly all modern vehicles, the 4Runner is growing in size. It grew by 3.9 inches in length, to 194.9, and 1.8 inches in width, to 77.8, while being about the same height, just over 70. It's likely that the TRD Pro version of the 4Runner will offer the best approach and departure angles, as it does for the Tacoma. But, from initial images, the bumpers look to be similar and tires the same between the TRD Pro and Trailhunter. That leads me to believe that Toyota's statement that the 4Runner raises the bar in another area with up to 32-degree approach and 24-degree departure angles also applies to the Trailhunter model. Of course, Toyota isn't talking about breakover angle, as it is sure to suffer, as the wheelbase was stretched. The outgoing 4Runner has a 109.8-inch wheelbase, whereas the 2025 model has a 112.2-inch wheelbase. Interior passenger legroom will no doubt benefit, however. 4Runner Trailhunter off-road software. As with all modern vehicles, a host of computers will play a part in your driving experience. The 2025 Toyota 4Runner Trailhunter comes with a plethora of off-road driving aids. Toyota's multi-terrain select system lets you adjust the vehicle's computer aids for the conditions ahead, with settings for mud, dirt, and sand. The system now also works in both 4WD high and 4WD low. Slow-speed off-road cruise control, which Toyota calls crawl control, is now even smoother and quieter. The last generation of the system made some serious noises as it worked. Along similar lines, downhill assist control is standard and lets you set your descent speed down steep sections of trail. One of the hot new features in the past few years is the addition of a variety of cameras on off-road vehicles, which can stitch together impressive views of what is happening directly around and under your vehicle to display on the infotainment screen. This system, called Multi-Terrain Monitor by Toyota, is quite handy when the trail gets rough, especially when you don't have a good spotter. Oh yeah, the Trailhunter also comes with a massive 14-inch infotainment touchscreen that dominates the dash. It should be great for the aforementioned multi-terrain monitor system and navigation systems like OnX Off-Road that can be run through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. 4Runner Trailhunter Overland features. While Toyota likes to throw around the word overland a lot, the Trailhunter is really just an accessorized off-road version of the 4Runner. Very few of the model's features have any relation to anything that could be associated with overland vehicles specifically versus a weekend off-road adventure rig. The 2025 4Runner Trailhunter does get a unique 3/4 roof-length platform-style roof rack that Toyota says it's designed with ARB. This should be great for carrying large adventure sports gear or a rooftop tent. A very cool-looking low-profile high-mount air intake helps the iForce Max powertrain ingest cool clean air. Yes, this snorkel is primarily for keeping the dust out of the engine when convoying down dirt roads, and no, it likely won't help you much if you drive your 4Runner into a deep river. You could also argue that the grille-mounted 20-inch LED light bar and color-selectable rigid LED fog lamps are overland accessories, as they help with obstacle and animal avoidance when traveling. Keeping all your gadgets powered up while on the overland trail is also important. You get 3 USB-C outlets in the front of the 2025 4Runner Trailhunter and 2 for the second row. You also get a 2,400 WA/C inverter with multiple outlets in the cabin and 1 in the cargo area. Besides all the accessories already on the Trailhunter, it is ready for even more. A pre-wired auxiliary switch panel allows for the easy addition of more lights, a 1-2V fridge, a winch, and the like. In the cargo area are some integrated side storage bins on the walls/wheel wells, which are a cool touch. Trailhunter badges everywhere. You are unlikely to mistake a Trailhunter model for any other 4Runner. It has a lot of badges, as does the new TRD Pro. Not only do you get the normal badges on the front doors and tailgate, but you also get them on the roof rack, in the headlights, and on the upper control arms. And that's all we've been shown so far, but I'll wager to guess that there will be more.